Actually, in the first class, I told you the different pipelines. That means the different roles and responsibility in the data science in the data industry. First one is the data uh, engineer, and second one is the data analytics, and third one is the data science. And I told the all the different responsibility and the skill set you are required to get into a data industry, or in a data engineer, or in a data analytics, and in a data science field. But actually, in the machine learning flow and the machine learning pipeline, actually, we, we have to follow some steps to reach in the destination. That means the steps are in the. I will tell you. The actually in the first stage we need our data. In the second stage, we need to analysis the data. And in this stage, data analysis came to the picture. In the if you are going to uh, go inside the company, the data analytics, then you are supposed to do the analysis kind of things. Analysis. And number three is data pre-processing. Data pre-processing, I will tell you. Then number four is ML algorithm. And number five is evaluation. Number six is deploy. Actually, this is the pipeline as a ML engineer or as a data science you are supposed to do. First, you will get the data, and after that, you have to analyze the data, and you have to rectify the data. That data may be present inside some databases, and somewhere else you have to fetch the data, and after that, uh, when you fetch the data, actually the data may contain some kind of error in the term of like they have some missing values or they have some outlier. You have to handle that, and after that you will just analysis the data and get some correction and do some analysis and do some after some manipulation you will get the data as fit which you can take your decision. That means the when you have to have a problem statement and you have to analyze the data, and inside that you have to take some decision. After that you just have to pre-process the data. Pre-process means data standardization and the normalization. I will tell you in the statistics class. After that you have to apply the machine learning algorithm. After that you have to evaluation that model. If you build a model, you have to predict some like how many accuracy you are getting. After that you have to predict the model, and after prediction you have to do the evaluation. If all goes correct, then you can deploy the model in AWS or Heroku or anywhere else you like. In today class, basically actually we are learn statistics, and I will tell you the what is statistics, other different things. Actually, statistics. Statistics. What is actually statistics? Statistics actually means analyze, summarize, organize the data, and on the top of that we have to take some decision. That means statistics is nothing but you can say it is the science of collecting, organizing, and summarizing the data. I will tell you all the different things, and on the top of that you have to take some decision. Okay, I will tell you that it is the science of collecting, organizing, summarizing, validation, all the things you have to do, and on the top of that you have to take some decision. I will tell you how statistics is important, and you may tell me as a data science why statistics is required. As a data scientist, which part of the statistics is required, or as a data scientist, you have to know all the thing, all the materials, all the concept of statistics, or on the on some part of the statistics. You may ask me that thing as well, and in the first of the in the very beginning, there is a question will come to your mind that what part of statistics is required as a data scientist. I will tell you that statistics is nothing. It is actually the organizing, summarizing, analyzing, and on the top of that, you have to take some decision. Before that, let me clear one thing that how statistics is required in your life. There is a. I will ask you one question. Suppose there is a person Suppose P is a person he give two exam mathematics and English. He just secure 90 mark in mathematics and 85 mark in English. Then I will ask you one question: on which subject he perform well? Tell me on which subject he perform well, and one of the.
In math.
Yes, obviously you will tell that in the mathematics, and more of the student tell me that in mathematics he perform well. But uh, let me tell you one more thing. The average mark of the class, you might tell that the average mark of the class in the mathematics is 93, and the average mark of the English is something like 80. Now tell me who he on which subject he perform well. Now many of you change your answer. You may tell me that in English he is do well, because it is something like statistics is nothing but only analyzing, organizing or summarizing data. On the top of that, you have to take some decision, and before analyzing or summarizing or organizing the data, you cannot take any decision. That means you have to wait, you have to analyze all the possible data and all the things to take some decision. In this case, you may tell me that when I tell you the average mark, then your answer is got changed. That means until and unless you are not taking all the data, and until and unless you are not organizing, summarizing, analyzing your data, you cannot take any decision. In this case, in the simple scenario, you can tell me how statistics is required in your life and how your answer is changing respect to statistics. Similarly, in the machine learning or in the data science, there is a concept statistics come into the picture, which is paired in the EDA. You may learn in the EDA. EDA means exploratory data analysis. Inside this, if you are going to as a data analytics, then your 90% of work is like EDA like of things. EDA means you have to manipulate the data, you have to do something of some operation with respect to data, and we have to take some decision, or you have to clean the data which have some missing value or some outlier as well. In this scenario, you just know the statistics, and the statistics is nothing. It is only the organizing, summarizing, and collecting the data. On the top of that, you have to take some decision. And statistics, how statistics is required in your life, you may see in the example. And actually, the statistics is divided into two types. And I will tell you that statistics is divided into two types. One is descriptive statistics and one is inferential statistics. And what is descriptive statistics and what is inferential statistics? Actually, all the concept I am going to teach you, all the concept which I am going to teach you on the statistics class, it may take 5 to 6 class to complete the statistics, but everything is comes under descriptive and inferential. I may give you the example which are coming under descriptive statistics. One is mean, median. I will tell you all the things. I will tell you. One is mode, and what is common under inferential statistics is like something like a sample and population. I will give you example. Azure population sample, and before that you have to know what is descriptive statistics, what is inferential statistics. Actually, descriptive statistics is nothing. It is just, I will tell you that it is the consist of organizing and summarizing the data. If you are just organize and summarize the data, that is nothing but the descriptive statistics. I will give you the example as well. Summarizing the data. And what is inferential statistics? Inferential statistics is just you have to you have to take some decision. I will tell you. You have to take some decision. Let me give you one example. Okay, tell me. I will give you one example. There is a problem statement. I will give to you that there are. Let me write. There are 20 class. Sorry. There are 20 classes in a university. In a university, and you have to collect the ages of students in one class. Then the problem statement is very simple. There are 20 classes in a university and you have to collect the ages of the student in one class. Okay, then if I give you the problem statement, it's like this, and I will ask you, there's a question number 1 that I will ask you, what is the most common age of the student in one class? What is the most common age in one class? When I will tell you that what is the most common age in one class, you may suppose there are 100 students in one class. You may take one by one of every age you will collect, and you may calculate that which age is coming most of the time. Then you can take the either that is actually called the mode, nothing but it is called the mode. Mode means I will teach you what is mean and what is mode and what is median. I will tell you. After that we will take some. You may tell me that this is as it the most time comes into the picture. And if I tell you the number question 2, that are you get what you think the normal age comes in a class, are you get the similar things? That means I will ask you a question, you have to answer that give me a simplest example as well. How many are suppose you have to predict the poverty line of the India, and you have to predict that how many people are below the poverty line and how many people are above the poverty line. Then you have to tell that you have to, if I am asking you that how many people are below the poverty line, then you have to take some decision, you have to analyze some organize the data, and on the top of that you have to take some decision, like you have to tell me that this kind of person is this kind of number is coming under the poverty line, and you may tell me that if when actually the simplest word is when you have to take some decision and you have to tell something that this is the number which is coming under the poverty line, then you have to that come under inferential statistics, and you have to just organize and summarizing data that comes under descriptive statistics. And inside the descriptive statistics, let me clear one more thing, so that what is mean and what is median and more. The first thing is mean. Mean is nothing but if I let me give you an example. If there is a data set 1, 2, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 15. Okay, and let me tell you one more thing, so 9. Okay, then you have to calculate the mean. The definition of mean is very simple. The definition of mean is nothing. It is like add all the numbers and divided by the numbers which is mentioned. That means if I calculate the mean, then mean is represented as mu. Then the mean will be 1 plus 2 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 10 plus 11 plus 15 plus 9, and divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, divided by 9. Tell me the answer. And one of you just calculated it and then tell me the answer. And one of you just calculate and tell me the answer. Which are the definition and the formula of mean is nothing. Summation of I1 to n xi divided by capital N. Capital N is nothing but it is the population. Okay, calculate it. Before that, let me clear one more thing. What is population and sample? And after that, we will go to the mean median mode, because in mean median mode there is a concept which population and sample come into the picture, and what is okay, we will calculate and let me one thing is come under what is population and what is sample. Let me clear this thing first, after that we will go to the mean median mode. One thing is population, another thing is sample. Okay, if I ask you a question that calculate the age of the average height of the people of India, then what you will do? You will go to you are supposed to go each of the person you are living inside India, and you will calculate the age, but you are not going to, you are not able to go each and every person in the population. The population is now, the India is 130 crore, and you are going to each everyone, and you will get the age. It is not practical possible. Then what you will do? You will just suppose you will divide it into 30 states, and you will go to like Odisha, and you collect 2000 data, and you will go to maybe Andhra AP, and you will collect 2000 data, and you will go to the West Bengal, you will collect 2000 data, and that means if this is your population, inside that, which come inside that is something is sample, and sample is the sub part of the population, and the that is called the subset. The subset of population is nothing but the sample. If I tell you the definition as well, that means population is nothing. I will tell you, I will give you one more example. I will continue this. Before that, let me give you the definition as well. Population is nothing, the group that you are interested to study. And the sample is nothing. Sample is like you are not supposed to go to each and every person and you will ask what is your age, because in every day some people are dead, some people are dying, and some people are newly born child as born. Then you are not supposed to go each and every person that what is your height and what is your height. Then what you will do? What you just create a sample. A sample means inside the population you just take some amount of data, and you will suppose you will go to Odisha and ask 2000 people what is your age, and go to the West Bengal and take 2000 sample and ask them the age. And if you collect the 30 state, after that you can conclude you may get 60,000 data. If you take 2000 data in each state, after that you get the 60,000 data. After that you may conclude this is the average age of the person of India. But you are not supposed to go to the each and everywhere. And let me give you one more example. There is a company which make this straw. You may use this straw in each and everywhere. When you are drinking something, there is a straw, and the company claims that the diameter is 0.4 millimeter, and you are supposed to tell that no, the diameter is 0.5 millimeter. You are file a case against them, that which is company is telling that diameter is not correct, that is not 0.4 millimeter, actually it is 0.5 millimeter. Then what you will do? Then what is your sample? What is your population? Your population is nothing but your population, like all the straw is manufactured by the company, all the straw which are built by the company, that is your population. And if you are go to the company and test, it's my allegation, it's my which I am telling that is that 0.5 millimeter, or which company claims 0.4 millimeter, is that correct? Then what you will go? There is a, suppose in that company 30 industry are there, in 30 places the storage manufactured, and you will not supposed to go and each and every industry and test and test all the pipelines, all the straws are manufactured, because there is millions of straws are manufactured each and every day. then what you will go? You will just go to each and every industry and go collect some sample of maybe 1000 to 1000 to 1000, and they test them. Is that 0.4 millimeter or is that 0.5 millimeter? If 0.5 millimeter, then your case is correct and you will win. If that 0.4 millimeter, that means they are correct. That means population is like hold the syllabus. That means hold the hold the data which are you are interested in study. That means in this case the population is all the straw manufactured by the company. There are millions of straw manufactured, and your population is that all the millions of straw. And what is your sample in this case? Your sample is nothing. Your sample is just the some part and some portion of that data is comes around the sample. And any doubt in the population and sample limited, you may ask. After that, I will tell you the types of sampling as well. Any doubts in the population and sample?
Sir, if you collect data from, if someone is collecting data from somewhere and other one is collecting data from somewhere else, so I think there will be fault in the final result. Means my final result will vary from the other person's final result.
I got that. Actually, the thing is that suppose I am telling you that the average height of the person of India, then you may got the average height of the person of India is like you have to go to each and every state, and each state you have to go to each and every district, and you have to collect the data. There are the possibility, there are the chances you may get the error, but you have to deal with that error, you have to minimize that error, but you are not supposed to go, and it is not practically possible. Never it is not possible that you will go each and everywhere and ask all the 130 crores people that what is your age, what is your height, and what is your height. And I know that if someone is asking, actually in height and weight, it is like the common things. You are not supposed to get a very difference, because the height of the person is almost similar in India, until and unless you are going to the other country as well. In India you may got the average height of the person in Odisha is similar to average height of the person in the West Bengal, and it is similar to average height of the person in the let's say Andhra Pradesh or anywhere else. You got the actually you may got some differences, but that difference is not that so much you are concerned about that, because I am asking you the height, and height is almost similar, and the average height is almost similar. Am I got it? Am I got it right? I am telling that if average height of Odisha, if we calculate the average height of the each person in Odisha and average height of each person in West Bengal, there is almost similar. You may not got the differences, because you may see the average height is the person is lying inside 5 foot to 6 foot, or 5 foot to 5 foot, 5.5 foot, and each all over the India you may got that height as well. We are not going to if I will ask you, then what is the that means if I will ask you what is the educated person living in India, that in that case the percentage varies. In Odisha there may be some that I am not memorize the percentage. In Kerala I guess 94% is educated. In India that is less, but in case of height, and each and everywhere in the India the height is almost similar, almost same. The average height is almost same. And let me give you one more example. I am supposed to tell you that go to fight college and collect the data who is keeping the highest mark in the math. I will supposed to give you the hour. Then what you will do? You are not supposed to go to the any college and they have their databases, they have their databases and all the records are present in their database. If that is possible, that comes under descriptive statistics, and you just collect the data, and you have to filter out the data which is correct, which is getting maximum mark, and inside that I will give him the award. But actually practically that is not possible, and you are not supposed to get the data in present in the database, and you are not allowing inside. There is many restriction in college or any school. You are not supposed to go inside the classroom and collect each and every data. Then what we will do in that case? But my objective is very simple. I will just give the award to the person who is securing maximum mark in the mathematics. Okay, then what you will do? You will go to the maybe cafeteria. You will ask the people, meet them and ask them who is reading well in math, and who is getting maximum number. And you may go to the volleyball court, you may go to the field, and you may go to the uh, canteen, and you may collect the data, and according to that you have to take some decision. You have to derive some decision that who is getting the maximum mark. And if you have to derive some maximum mark, and you have to, that is in that case population is like all the students studying in that 5 colleges, but my sample is that which data I am collected. Hope you understand. In that case, there is a probability that I may get some error in inference statistics. Always you will get some error, because if the person I met in the canteen, the person may not be belongs to the mathematics background, that may belongs to the arts background, that may belongs to the other background as well. But there is a possibility, there is a chances each and everywhere in the inference statistics, in the population and samples kind of things, you are getting some error. But you have to minimize the error, and there is always a domain expert who will take care about of that, because a domain expert is a person who is like 30 15 or 20 years of experience in that field. He will always help you to derive some kind of decision, and always help you. Hope you understand who asked the question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. After that we will run that. There are many kinds of sampling is done, and let me write it here. One is like simple random sampling. Simple random sampling. What is simple random sampling? That means there is another example that comes into my mind. There is a poll which called exit poll. You may listen when the election is comes. There is a poll. There is called as exit poll. That exit poll is nothing. It is completely based on population sample. That means when the election is happen, let's say in Sambalpur there is a election happen, and before publishing the result who wins, some media house already told that our exit poll is telling that Congress will win, or our exit poll is telling that BJP will win. Then how it is going to happen, and how it is happening like that? Actually, what they do, they go to some of the, there, suppose there are 30 30 booth where the election is conducted, and they what they do is they go to the gate of the that booth, and they, when after one getting the voted, he just asks them that whom they vote, and they write it on a paper, and after coming that, after if they coming after they getting the result, they can conclude that who is going to win. That means in the exit poll, the population is like every person who is like 18 plus, who is able to give a vote, but the sample is like which they collected the data. That means the exit poll is like they conclude that according to the data they have received, they conclude that which party is going to win. That is the difference between population and sample. Population is the every person that who are above 18, those go inside the population, and the sample is like which they collect the data. That means some part of the population which they collect, and they can conclude that which party is going to win according to their data and according to the receipt of the data. And let me tell this thing. There is a sampling technique that is called the simple random technique sampling. That means the as like I am telling that the average height of the India, you are not supposed to ask one person. You are not supposed to ask another person. If randomly you can choose any person, you may ask them. You may ask them what is the height of you. That means there is no restriction, no boundary. You may simple random sampling is nothing but you just there is no boundary, there is no restriction. You just go to anywhere and you may collect the sample. That means randomly may collect. And then the second one is systematic sampling, and there is another one is stratified sampling. Stratified sampling is like it is comes under layer. That means in this statistics in this layer, that is non-overlapping layer. Non-overlapping layer means in this sampling you have to like there is a called there is a male and female, and you are supposed to ask only female. It is there is a restriction. It's called there is you have to restrict. There is an example that there is a NHB. NHB is a organization, National Housing Board. They collect a survey which they only go to the female candidate and they ask about their children and about their cooking and other things, and you may see which type of there is a survey which comes under cooking which comes under caring of children. That means you have to ask only the female candidate. In this case male candidate is not supposed to do. Sorry, in this they are just go to the female candidate, not male. In this case, they just go to the female candidate, National Housing Board, and they ask to the how their career is going on, how in the cooking, how much time they are devoting. In this case, stratified sampling means you have to layer something, and if you have to creating a survey only for a female candidate or only for male candidate, you have to decide on that. And there is a third technique, it's called systematic sampling. That means systematic sampling like that every nth individual from the population is placed in sample. That means I will tell you that go collect a survey. That means there is a row in the outside the shopping mall. There is a row where going to buy something in that mall, and I will tell you that pick in every sixth person and take a survey. That means in the row you just collect one in the sixth person. After that, five person are gone. The take phone once again the sixth person, and after that once again take the sixth person. And inside that is called the systematic sampling. That means you have to follow a system. That means you have to just I tell you that the nth individual or something like in the row you may call it the fifth individual. Only you ask the person who is fifth number to that row. That is called come under the systematic sampling. And there is 4 type of sampling. And one more thing is number 4. And there is a another is called convenience sampling. Convenience sampling. This type of sampling like that voluntary responsible sampling. That means I will tell you that some survey under the privacy. That means I will ask you something about your privacy that comes under the convenience sampling. That means you are you are free to give the result, give the survey, fill out the form if you are like. If you don't like, then that's okay. That means the example is something like I will tell you that survey in privacy. That is comes under convenience sampling. There is 4 type of sampling. First one is simple random sampling. That means in this case you will just randomly go each whenever you like and take any person from your sample in your population and ask them the result, ask them the what is you are going to ask them. But in the stratified sampling, and there is a layer that is non-overlapping, that is maybe male or female, that may be below poverty line and above poverty line. In that case, just go to that person which you are interested for. That means if you are doing a survey for cooking or caring of a children, that means in that case you will just go to the female. After that, systematic sampling. In systematic sampling, each nth individual from the population is placed. That means go to the row and take the nth person and come into the include into the sample. That is come under systematic sampling. After that, fourth one is convenience sampling. Convenience sampling is like surveying privacy. That means you voluntarily response the sampling. You may voluntarily uh, give the data, or if you don't like it, it's fine that you don't like it and you don't give the data. And there is the fourth type of sampling. And after that, I will tell you that one more thing, sir. There is the population and sample, and after that I will tell you the mean median mode. Which are the population and sample comes comes under the inference statistics, and after that I will tell you the mean median mode. I already told you that mean is the formula of mean is mu, which is population mean. Mu is nothing but population mean. The formula is very simple. Summation I1 to n, that is x of I divided by n. And there is also called a sample mean. Sample mean is denoted as x bar. That is sample mean, which is summation of I1 to n and x of I divided by n minus 1. Here it is n and here it is n minus 1. Because it is n minus 1, this is for the Bessel correction. Bessel correction means one person tell you that there is supposed to get some error when we are come inside of sample, because we are not getting the whole data. We are not getting the whole data, and there may be possibility which I have not asked, that may contain some kind of outlier or some kind of extra data. In that case, to deal with that error, we have to minus this term is n minus 1. We may search in the Google what is Bessel correction, why it is needed at the time of sample mean. You will get the derivation. I am not supposed to do the derivation here, but however you get the derivation from the Google, and you just memorize the formula. It's nothing like no one is asking in the interview the derivation of the sample mean and the population mean. You just memorize the formula. And what is the difference of mean, median and mode? Let me give you one example. That means there is a data set is given. I is given to a data set that x is, which I told you earlier. Suppose 1 1 2 3 4 5 5 7 9. This is the data set, and you have to calculate the mean. That means mean, you have to calculate the mean. That means the summation of I1 to n, then xi of n. That means you have to just add all the things and calculate the mean and tell me 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 by n. By n in the case of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. That means 9. Tell me the answer. That is the mean. That mean is nothing but, it is like the average of the data. That means the mean is like average of data. Tell me the answer. Anyone? 1 plus 1 2, 2 plus 2 4. 4.1. Okay.
4.1.
Okay. And this is nothing but the average. Average is nothing but the mean. Mean is according to the average. But I may tell you that the average height of the student, that may I will take you the 10 data. Number one, the average height is in the class there is a possibility that 5 inch 5 foot 5 inch, then another one is 5 foot 6 inch, 5 foot 7 inch, 5 foot 8 inch, again one another is 5.6 inch, 5 foot 5 inch, 5.7 inch. Then there is a missing data that is not present, and another one is, let's say, 5.6 inch. Then I may tell you that what is the age of this person may be. Then you may go to the mean and you may tell me that average of the student and average height of the student. You may tell that this may be the person, this may be the height of the person. In this, the height and the weight in this mean which comes into the picture, and this is the mean is nothing, mean is just like average of the data, and after that there is one more is covering that median. Median is like suppose there is a data set I give to you 1 5 7 3 2 4. Then I will tell you the what is the median of the data. That means the median is like the middle value. That means you have to sort first you have to sort in ascending order. That means it comes 1 2 3 4 5 7. Then just take the middle element and tell me that is the median. Which is the middle element? 1 2 3 4 5 6. If there is 7 values present, there is a 9, suppose let's say 9. In this case, you may tell me the median is like 4. If there is another data set, I will give you that contains the even number of pair. That means if there is content that 1 2 3 4 5 7. In this case, what you will do, how you will get the middle element? You may take these two elements and calculate the average. That means in this case, median is nothing but 3.5. Are you getting my point? Median is like and why you are not going for mean, and why you are calculating the median? What is the difference of mean and median, and where we are going to calculate the mean, and where we are going to calculate the median? Let me tell you an example. I will tell you that there are some person in a class. I will tell you the age of the person. Not the age. Just take the any data set randomly. There is a data set present. Suppose 1 2 5 4 3 2 1 7 9 8, and there is a data set is present 27. You may think that just if I tell you that this is the ages of the people which are studying in LKG or UKG or 1 to primary school. People are studying, and that may be LKG. That the primary school contains preschool, LKG, UKG, and standard 1 to 5. And this is the age of the students I collected. And you may see there is a age is already present 27. You may thinking that if the age of the person is 27, he is not supposed to read in the primary school. But somehow who is going to collect the data, he collect the data maybe mistakenly, or he may done some mistake when he is entering the data, when he is giving the data into the database. He may done some kind of error. That's why I am getting the age as 27. In this case, if I tell you what is the average age of the student, in this case, you may tell me there is a mean. You may calculate the mean as well. If in this case, if I will calculate the mean, they may tell that 1 plus 5. Calculate the mean and tell 1 plus 5 and 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 7 plus 9 plus 8 plus 27 divided by 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 divided by 11 and 10.
6.27.
6.27. Okay. Now the mean is come that 6.27. If I will tell you that there is present outlier is present in our data, and there is a data like 27 is present, which is not comes under or which not person is not studying in the primary school. In that case, what we will do, and what how we have to, there is a difference. If you got the 27, I may tell you that the 27, the age of 27, which is not reading inside the primary school, then calculate the mean and tell me living 27. That means their new mean will be like 1 plus 2 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 7 plus 9 plus 8 divided by 10. Tell me.
4.2.
4.2. Now you can see that there is a huge difference in mean, which which there is a outlier present in our data. You may see that there is a huge difference when there is outlier is present. Now it is comes under 4.2, and there is comes under the 6.27. In this case, median come into the picture. Median is what? Median is what? Like there is a x is present like 1, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 9, 8, 27. In the median, what we do? We just sort the data. That means 1, 2, 2, there is a one is present. This is 1, this is 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, sorry, 7, 8, 9, 27. I guess all the values are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes. In this case, in the median, how you will calculate the median? You may take the middle value. You may take 11 value. Then that means the 6th number value is your median. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means your median is 4. That means median is like 4. Then you may see that there is in the mean and in the median. Sorry, and it's like in the mean and the median. You may see that there is no difference whether it is containing any outlier or not. If it is also containing an outlier 27, still we are getting the median as 4, which is similar to the 4.2 after expecting the after leaving the variable as 27. You may get the answer. I hope you will get the answer that what is the difference of mean and median when there is a outlier is present in your data. In that case, you are not supposed to calculate the mean, because in the outlier is have a very large impact in your data, in your average or in your mean. In that case, you have to calculate the median. You have to calculate the median. When there is outlier is present inside your data, you may see there is a outlier present which is far different from our data. That means our data is present 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. I may tell you the age of the student who are reading in the primary school. You may tell that 27 is not possible, not practically possible. You have to leave that value. In that case, when you realize that there is some kind of outlier is present, in that case you have to deal with the median. And one more thing is called it mode. What is mode? Mode is like it is take the maximum number of occurrence in the element. Maximum number of occurrence in the element. That means one more thing is mode is used most in categorical. Mostly used in categorical variable. If I will tell you that and then correct that who are buying a maybe who are buying a policy, maybe that maybe who is buying a policy or something new product is come into the market, who is buying, is that either a female or is that is male. In that case, if you collect 10 data and you collect that male, female, male, female, female, male, male, female. I guess 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is 10 data you are collected. But after that, I will tell you that collect the 15 data. So let's say 10 data. In this case, what you will do that I will tell you the average, or I will there may be a new person who comes, and the gender is not known to each and everyone, and you have to predict the what may be the chances the newcomers which is coming, is that male or is that female. In this case, you are not going to calculate the mean, because it is mean and median is calculated in numerical value. The numerical value is present, then you have to calculate the mean and median. If the outlier is not present, calculate the mean. If outlier is present, calculate the median. And I will tell you that how you can tell you that which is outlier, and how can I know that this is the outlier and this is not the outlier. And for that, there is a 5 number summary I will tell you in the next class. And in this class, I will tell you that mean is calculated, there is a numerical value, and one more thing is that is outlier is not present. In that case, you have to calculate the mean. If outlier is present, then in that and the value is numerical value, then in that case you have to predict the median. And if the value is categorical, then in that case, in the categorical value, you have to calculate the mode. That means mode means the most occurrence time. That means if the 11th data is coming, you have to predict that is either male or female. You may calculate that male is present like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times male is present, and the female is present like 4 times. If the new data is coming, that there is maybe more chances the person is like male. If I will tell you the 100 data, and inside that 70 is male and 30% is female, if there is a newcomers in the 101 person is next person is from, and you have to calculate that is male or female, there is a more chances that may be a male, because there many males are coming in this policy, and this buying in this policy, that may be the 101 person who is coming, that there is a many chances that may be male. What is then? This is the difference between mean, median, mode. I will tell you one more thing: mean, median, mode. Mean is like numerical value, and outlier is not present. Median is numerical value, outlier is present, and mode is for categorical value. And what is numerical value, what is categorical value? Let me tell you one more thing, that the data is usually divided into discrete variable and the continuous variable. That means the data is like numerical variable, that may be numerical variable, and that may there is one variable, the categorical. What is the difference between numerical and categorical? Numerical variable is like what is the numbers are present, we can add, we can subtract, we can multiply, we can divide, and we can do some kind of operation. And what is categorical variable? Categorical variable like that either male, female, or is rich or poor, or yes or no. This is comes on the categorical variable. Then in the numerical variable, there is it is further divided into two types. One is discrete variable. Is another thing is called as continuous variable. In the discrete variable, I will give you the example that in the discrete is like the I will ask you the number of bank account you have. You may tell you that I have one or two or three. That means the answer you are supposed to give me that is a whole number. That means I will tell you the number of children one person has. One person has. That means the person has either one children or two children, three children. It is not like his 1.7 children, 2.6 children. It is not like this. When the answer is a whole number, in that case, it is comes under discrete variable. In the continuous variable, if I will tell you that the height of person, that is that may be 2.5 inches, that may be 4.5 inches, 4.55 inches, that may be possible. And I will tell you the weight as well. There may be weightage 3.5 kg or 3.553 kg. This is also possible. That means discrete is like when the whole number is coming, and the continuous is when there is a fraction is possible, point is decimal value is possible. And this is all the things I will tell you that in today class. The population and sample and the mean median mode, which is comes under, I may tell you that in this case, I will tell you that the descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. In our next class, we will learn what is like. I will teach you that in the next class. The next class, we will number one, we will learn the 5 number summary. 5 number summary. Number two is percentage. You may collect some amount of data, you may collect some amount of knowledge from YouTube or anywhere, any blog you may refer, and ready with this. We will next class we will discuss in this thing. Number three is percentile. Percentile, you may when you are going to when you are done the JE or GET, you may there is a result which come in percentile. So we will learn in the next class. There is a called the percentage, percentile, 5 number summary, and standard normal distribution. There may be a Gaussian distribution. We will learn this class in the future classes, and before that we will just make today class. We will learn that in today class. So what we will learn? We will learn the number one is population and sample. Number two is mean, median, mode, and number three is that the various type of data. In this 3 point, if anyone has any doubt, let me ask me, and I will give you the answer. Anything regarding population, sample, or mean, median, mode, or anything you may ask.
Actually, I couldn't understand the convenience sampling.
Okay, convenience sampling we will study in the next class. I will add one more thing, is that convenience sampling here. We will learn. Run the oh sorry, you are not able to do the convenience sampling. The convenience sampling is like that means I will ask you one. That means you have that survey may contents. I will ask you the suppose I will ask you your personal information, like your name. I will give you a Google form, and I will ask you the fill it up. Your name, your age, your Facebook ID, your Insta ID, maybe your some Twitter ID. I will send you a form, and I will tell you that fill the form. And you are supposed to fill the form. That means the survey which is under the privacy. That means you have some privacy. I am not forced on that. If you have wish that you may fill up, and if you don't like, if I will tell you a survey that which is containing regarding I will launch any course regarding data science, I will ask you just fill up the form. That means who are interested on that field, they will fill up. That means the in that form I may correct their contact number, I may correct their mail ID. Actually, these are the things: contact number, mail ID, or Facebook ID, or these are things. This is comes under privacy. And if you are interested to share with me, that means you are good and you may share me. If you are don't interested, if you don't want to share, that means you are not supposed to give me fill up the form. That is comes under convenience sampling. That means the convenience sampling is the privacy, and that means the sampling under the privacy. That means you have some privacy data, and that may be present, that may be asked to you. If you are like to share, then you may share, or if you don't like, then you may not share. Hope you understand.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any more thing? Any more question you may ask?
Sir, when the next class will happen?
When?
Sir, when the next class will be taken?
Next class will be taken maybe on Thursday or Saturday. I will let you know. Actually, in the data science, the syllabus is very vast. I may tell you that you have to first of all you have to know the statistics. Number 2, you have to know the probability. Number 3, you have to know the Python. In Python, you have to know the libraries like NumPy, Panda, Matplotlib, C1, and some basic operation. Number 4, you have to know the machine learning algorithm. Machine learning algorithm which comes like linear regression. Number 2, logistic regression. Number 3, there is a called SVM. There is a called decision tree. There is called XGBoost. There is called like naive Bayes. There is many KNRest neighbor, and many more algorithms like 10 plus algorithm you have to learn, and you have to decide according to your problem statement, according to your data, which algorithm you are going to use. There is 10 plus algorithm, you have to know the machine learning. After that, you have to know the deployment of kind of things. Deployment inside the statistics, you have to know the EDA like of things, the EDA exploratory data analysis, how you can do this performance, and everything will run the statistics probability. You have to do the practical. Let me once complete the section of the statistics and probability. After that, I will tell you the Python code as well, how you can do the things in Python. That means the curriculum and the syllabus is very vast, and you have to, if I am taking the class in 3 days in a week, 3 days in a week, then it may take up to 4 months to complete all the things, because the syllabus is very vast. In this algorithm, this may take 2 classes, this may cost 2 or 3 classes, because one class I will take to make you understand the theoretically. After that, we will just implement that things and on a project, and we will do in each algorithm we will do one project. In linear regression we will do one project, logistic regression we will do one project. And next class I will supposed to take your next class on Thursday. I am planning that in Thursday, Saturday and Sunday. 3 days in a week I will take your class, and it will take 3 to 4 months to finish, and uh, anytime, anywhere, you may call me or you may come to my room and ask me anything, and we will make that all the things will be possible. And next class will be Thursday. And any more questions?
Yes, sir. Hello.
Tell me.
Sir, why are you not starting with the Python?
Actually, the statistics is required because in the Python code, I will tell you that something you have to calculate the mean, and inside the mean you have to do a you have to write a Python programming to calculate the mean. In that case, you don't know the mean, you don't know the median and the sample and the population, and in that case there maybe in future class there is a just statistics, normalization, standardization, and t-test, ANOVA test. In this case, if you don't know, then I will tell you that this is the code for ANOVA test, and this is the code for mean, this is the code for median, this is the code for population and sample. You are not supposed to understand anything. Before that, you have to know all the things theoretically. It may take 5 to 6 class to make you understand all the things theoretically. After that, we will implement all the things practically, and in that class I will do inside of in front of you the coding, and along with me you will do the coding as well. We will see, and in the starting of the machine learning class, we will start the project, and after first we just do a linear regression and do one project. Then you will get the better idea how to create a project, and all the machine learning pipelines you have to follow. Actually, the thing is that you have to first know all the things theoretically. After that, you may implement that things in the help of Python. That's why I teach you all the statistics and probability first. After that, I will teach you the Python Azure. When I am teaching the Python, I am not supposed to teach the Python theoretically. I will code inside of in front of you, and you are supposed to code along with me. In that case, we will run Python in the term of statistics, in the term of probability, how we can implement the statistics. Actually, we are not supposed to just run the mean, median, mode in the pen and paper. We are supposed to utilize it in your project, in our code. That's why I am telling you. That's why I am starting the statistics and probability first. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Any more questions?
Actually, when we are discussing about the median, we know the primary school age limit, right?
Yes.
If we are new to something that we don't know what will be the outlier,
Yes, yes.
what should we do with that?
No, actually, there is a what I am telling I will tell you in the next class. There is a 5-number summary. That means 5-number summary. There is a called is a box plot. I will tell you in the next class. In this box plot is like this. This is the minimum. This is the maximum. This is there is called 50 percentile, not percentage. This is 75 percentile. This is 25 percentile, and the box plot is looking like this. And this is the minimum, and this is the maximum. And which data comes before minimum, which data comes after maximum, these are considered as the outlier. I will teach you in the next class. If in that case, which I will tell you there is a sample set, there is a present in 27 is present. If you create a box plot, if you draw a box plot, that means this 27 is coming after the maximum. That you can know the 27 is the outlier, and you may got the ranges. You may got the range as well. That means inside that range you will accept the value, and after that range or beside that range you are treated as outlier. I will tell you in the next class. I will teach you in the next class. There is a called 5-number summary, and according to 5-number summary, you are going to treat as outlier, which you may know that which are outlier and which are not the outlier. Next class we will run.
Okay, man.
Okay.
Sir, can we leave the class?
Yes, if you have no doubt, you can go. If any doubt, you must ask me anything. ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ବି ଯିଏ ପଚାରୁଛ no doubt. Hello. Tell me.
Sir, in data scientist,
Actually, I'm not able to hear you properly.
Hello.
Tell me now.
Sir, in data scientist, do we need to know any other more languages?
No, no. Actually, as a data scientist, two languages are possible. Two languages are accepted. The one is like Python. Another is R, and it is slash, nor end. It is R. Either you have to learn Python or you have to learn R. Because the Python has a lot of library, like a plotting library, like NumPy, Matplotlib, or Seaborn, or Pandas, data manipulation library. In terms of there are a lot of library are present, and there are lot of developer in Python. That means if you are stuck somewhere and if you are not able to do anything anywhere, you may go to Google and you may get the answer very quickly in terms of Python. In R, it is not so much open sources, and it is not there is not developer in R. In that case, if you are stuck somewhere, you will get some puzzle and you are not getting the answer. Answer Azure. That means you have to just know the Python. That's all. You have to code something. You have to manipulate something. In terms of Python, there are more library present, which will be easier work. And in that case, nothing is necessary. Like if you just know the Python, that is more than sufficient, more than enough. Hope you understand.